downtown municipal auditorium in front of a capacity crowd as you see Mr. Olympia entering the ring. The Junkyard Dog had wrestled the 11th match of the evening. He had defeated the Black Ninja. He had had two tremendously tough matches. He defeated the Black Ninja and Ted DiBiase to get to the finals. Mr. Olympia had defeated Marty Lundy because of a very unusual event where Kamala and Mr. Wrestling 2 were both disqualified, and by sudden death rules that eliminated both of them from the tournament. Mr. Olympia was scheduled to wrestle in match number 9, the winner of match 5, which was Kamala and 2. Therefore, he drew a bye. Then he wrestled Hacksaw Butch Reed, and there's where the premonition of the desperation of Mr. Olympia came to light when he got a controversial win over Hacksaw Reed. Right now you can see he and Junkyard Dog went forward to shake hands with his old partner and to wish him the best of luck, and Olympia refused the handshake. Jerry Usher in the ring, and right now Mr. Olympia is telling Usher, wait a minute, I'll be right back. And the whole crowd just went kind of silent there, wondering what was going on. And since I was there, I can tell you, he went to get his new financial advisor, the man that's weaving the web of intrigue and dominance, or attempted dominance in Mid-South, Skandar Akbar, the man who also represents now the Black Ninja and Kamala, the Ugandan warrior. And here comes Skandar Akbar, and certainly you know the animosity between the Junkyard Dog and Skandar Akbar. And Mr. Olympia, as we learned later, had called Skandar Akbar. Even Akbar was surprised when it happened. Apparently this all started when Mr. Wrestling 2 came to Mid-South, because Mr. Olympia had been the premier masked man, the Junkyard Dog's partner, and co-holder of the tag team titles. And Mr. Wrestling 2 came in a living legend, a man that nobody can deny, and his quiet, intense, competitive self seemed to slide right by Mr. Olympia. And it's almost like Mr. Olympia was hurt, his pride was hurt that Wrestling 2 could outshine him, and that the fans were chanting 2-2-2 everywhere. And there was an altercation we recall a few weeks ago between 2 and Olympia in the dressing room at the Mid-South taping, and we all thought Wrestling 2 was just under too much pressure and flying off at the handle. But it turns out that Wrestling 2 had really seen the true insight of Mr. Olympia, a man who has changed and twisted. And here he is. He's hollering at the dog, and he's telling the dog that they're through as friends, that he's going to try to win that title. The North American title and $10,000 up right now, and Akbar taunting the dog. And Dog's been under a lot of pressure, and he's going. He feels cornered there with both of them on either side. A critical mistake by the dog. He pulls Akbar into the ring. Therefore, Jerry Usher cannot disqualify Akbar, since he did not come into the ring under his own power. Usher gets knocked out of the ring when Akbar's feet caught him as the dog thumped him. Dog firing away to Mr. Olympia. Now watch referee Rick Farrar, the second referee, tries to come in to restore order. But it's going wild and woolly right now between these two former tag partners. There, Mr. Olympia rakes the dog's eyes. I mean, this is a tactic I've never seen him use. And there he gets thrown into Rick Farrar, right behind the Black Ninja. He comes in. Look at that thrust kick. He caught Dog from behind. Dog's neck was snapped with that chop to the throat, and didn't have time to brace for it or anything. Caught that tremendous thrust kick, split his lip wide open, knocked the tooth loose, and now Olympia applying the sleeper to a badly injured, stunned JYD, as you see Usher there on the floor trying to get up and get back in the ring. But now Mr. Olympia, going beyond sportsmanship, has an injured, helpless dog, unconscious, still applying the sleeper, which could be very dangerous. Jerry Usher counting the 1, 2, 3. But now you look closely. Right here's the focal point. The dog is on his face. He is face down. His shoulders are not pinned. Yet Usher, in his stunned condition, had counted a fall. Mr. Olympia has let go of him now. If he has let go of him now, Usher's ringing the bell. Again, a mistake, a critical mistake, because with Olympia not touching him, Dog should get a 10 count to get to his feet. But Usher just checked his arms, figured he's been put out in the sleeper, and awards the title, which signifies the prestige of the Mid-South area, and $10,000 to Mr. Olympia. He and Skandar Akbar, a new allegiance, a day of infamy. And there Olympia tries to wake the Junkyard Dog up from the sleeper, but the dog can't come to because the sleeper is not all of the problem. And Olympia, realizing that, gets out of the ring before they can change any decision. There he's got the title. He's sold his soul for the title, for infamy, and joined with Skandar Akbar. And there you see him trying to help the junkyard dog up. Greg Soley, the son of Gordon Soley, shot this tape, this film. When he edited it and got it all together, the directors of Mid-South, Charlie Lay, chairman of the board, called a meeting. They asked me to fly to Florida, to Tampa, to be with them in this meeting, asked my opinion as a former North American champion. I don't try to enter in, but I did have to say one thing, that Mid-South, I felt, would be very wrong to honor Mr. Olympia as the champion, due to the two things. First of all, that the dog's shoulders were not pinned, and that's what the count was by a stunned official. Secondly, that Mr. Olympia had let him go and stood up, therefore he would have deserved a 10 count to get to his feet. And I thought Mid-South would be wrong, and I voiced my opinion, and I want to thank Charlie Lay and the board of directors. They echoed my feelings, and they have held up that title. The North American title is held up. But first, let's go a little bit further, go to the dressing room where Greg Soley went into the dressing room and interviewed the new champion and his new financial advisor.
And I present the North American title to a very, very deserving super heavyweight. And you know, I couldn't believe it when you called. I couldn't believe it was you. I thought I was hearing things. But you know, you were right about the junkyard dog. When Wrestling 2 came along, he dropped you just like yesterday's garbage. And what did you get for paying your dues? When Mr. Wrestling caused you to leave Mid-South, you left like a man. But the junkyard dog, he comes back like Stagger Lee, like the real dog he is. Well, here is it. This is the North American title right now. And this man vanquished 11 other super heavyweights right here in New Orleans for this coveted title, which means more than any heavyweight title across the world. A North American champion.
You know, Akbar, you know, it's funny because, you know, I'm a man of my word. They can't say I'm not a man of my word. Because for 60 days, I left for 60 days. Why? Because I took somebody's place like Wrestling 2. You're right, I was pushed aside like yesterday in headlines. When Wrestling 2 come in, all you can hear is people start to like it. Two. And where was Olympia? Pushed him to the side. But I'm a man of my word. I got in there, I took his place, and I left for 60 days. But you know what did dog do? Did dog leave? No, he came back to Stagger Lee. That's when I lost respect for you, dog. Yeah, I was a man of my word, but what'd you do? You put a hood on and come back to Stagger Lee. But not me. I waited my 60 days. And for Wrestling 2, boy, you almost blew a perfect plan because I had it all mapped out. And you found a suitcase, but you didn't get it done because there it is, the North American title. And it was very well.
Where's the shoe at now, dog?
That's right. At
It's on this one. It's on this one.
$10,000 for the 60 days that I lost.